nicely, bro. World class Amiro, blood. This brer was head and shoulders above anything remotely close to that pitch today.
Interesting.
Certain man was saying he was finished, blood. Certain man was saying he was done. Leave football before football leaves you.
Casemiro had a good game against Leicester objectively, yes, but one good game shouldn't make you make an extensive or a concrete appraisal of Casemiro after what we've seen. So what some of you are trying to say is that it has been Ten Hag that has solely made Casemiro this poor. Than after Ten Hag was sacked and he had one good game against Leicester, he's back to his best. Like, can we just stop it? On the flip side, it's like saying when a world-class player constantly gives you that 9/10 performance and he had one bad game of 5/10, suddenly you want to overly criticize him for that. You cannot do both. You cannot be that irrational, illogical, and senseless. Like, come on. Suddenly, Casemiro has not been rejuvenated. One good game after Ten Hag has been sacked. You can't make this. You can't make this. You can't make it up. You can't make this. You can't make this up. So, guys, before we continue this conversation, it's very imperative. Do me that kind of favor. Please strike the like button. Very, very important. Subscribe if you're new here, and make sure you turn on your notification bell. One more time, like the video, subscribe if you're new here, and make sure, you turn on your notification bell. Let's listen to what Rance had to say regarding Casemiro, because Man U fans, especially Rance, right, his stand on some certain players just shows that he puts players above the club. Now, that is his own opinion, and I respect it, but opinions can be scrutinized. Opinions can be wrong. Fair use, fair use. Let's listen to what he had to say after tonight has been sacked regarding Casemiro's performance against Leicester, which they qualified for the quarterfinal in the Carabao Cup by beating Leicester 5-2. Let's have a listen. I'll be back to lay my reaction on that.
Do you know what I'm saying? Casemiro today, you man, talk to me nicely, bro. World class Amiro, blood. This brer was head and shoulders above anything remotely close to that pitch today.
Interesting.
Certain man was saying he was finished, blood. Certain man was saying he was done. Leave football before football leaves you. Imagine Jamie Carragher, blood. Imagine Jamie Carragher, bro.
That's fair. Jamie Carragher doesn't have the audacity to be saying that, but sometimes you have to apply the right context in the situation. Jamie Carragher is right. Casemiro, even though we can say a player is finished, doesn't mean he cannot spring up one or two good performances. We are talking about if he plays 10 games, 8 out of those 10 games will be stinkers, which Casemiro has shown statistically that he has been poor from last season. Even this year has been poor. Just because he had one good game, we are going to forget about his poor games, or you want to caveat with the fact that Ten Hag has been sacked. Suddenly, Casemiro will going to spring up to be a spring chicken. Is that what we are doing? No, is that what we are doing? I am not here bashing Casemiro. I'm just saying one good game is not enough to write off series of bad games or bad performances, rather. It's like saying one bad game for a top-class player, you want to erase all his good games. We cannot do that. That is preposterous. That is silly. Why don't in isolation praise Casemiro for playing great against Leicester? Some of you say, "Boy, it's just Leicester." I understand that context, but sometimes you have to use the context of you can only beat what's in front of you. We are going to give Casemiro his plaudits, his kudos for his performance against Leicester. But I'm not going to forget a long list of poor performances, leggy performances, run out of breath performances he has had. We're not going to forget that. So I think it's a bit preemptive, it's a bit too premature for Rance to be overly complimentary of Casemiro yet. Why don't you wait till Amari comes and let's see a run of 10 games, whether you still have the same sentiments regarding the performances of Casemiro. Why don't you, why you, I understand you might not have liked Ten Hag. So you are trying to attribute the poor performances of Casemiro to solely the coaching and the management by Ten Hag. You cannot do that. You cannot do that. What about Rashford? Has Rashford's performances improved under Ruud, even though he's the interim before Amari comes? So let's just wait. let's take a proper stock in terms of numbers of games. Then we can analyze whether Casemiro was actually hampered by Ten Hag, or Casemiro is objectively a player who won his last leg, but can spring up with decent performances here and there, which I believe solely. I think Casemiro is finished. I'm taking a stand. I just think even though he's finished, he can give you one or two good performances in 10 games. That is not that is fair. He's like a world-class player who normally give 8 over 10 or 9 over 10 most games. If he has a 5 over 10 game, I will not really criticize that because I know most of the time he plays well. Vice versa. So Rams need to chill. Nah. It's too early. It's too obviously too premature to say Casemiro has been rejuvenated. It's too premature. He hasn't aged backwards. Like people who do not age backwards. So Casemiro for me, his legs are gone, but also mean he can't give you a decent game. If you disagree with me, I'm sure a lot of Manchester United fans will come and say, "Oh, I'm huffling, I'm reaching, I'm being a tribalistic fan." No, be objective. There's a reason why Manchester United is where they are. It's not solely just to the manager in Ten Hag. You have too many inconsistent players, and Casemiro is one of them, right? Luke Shaw, injured or no injured, is one of them. Dalo, very inconsistent. What's name? Bruno Fernandes, same thing. Rashford, Garnacho, too many inconsistent players in the team. So, but somehow, you think it's solely the manager's fault. You will soon find out. You guys have so much to say, so much enthusiasm, so much optimism regarding when Ten Hag was hired 3 years ago. Now you're saying the same thing about the potential arrival of Amorim. Let's see how far. I'm not saying Amorim will be a failure, but let's see how far your optimism, your enthusiasm regarding Amorim will last long. Because most of these players, in my personal opinion, are the reason why Manchester United are performing abysmal. I'm not saying Ten Hag was the greatest manager, but look at your players looking what. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Like the video. Very, very important. Subscribe if you're new here. And make sure you turn on your notification bell. One more time, like the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Make sure you turn on your notification bell. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Let me know if you think, objectively, critically, Casemiro has been rejuvenated. And if you think so, let me know in the comment section. And you think it's just one good game and he's not the same player anymore, let me know in the comment section. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Bye for now.